Alright, back from a little break. I've got another game here for your viewing enjoyment. I am with Skitherix against Butterhook playing Grand Arbiter. The Sol Ring Mana Crypt check. Commander. I have a somewhat slow draw, but because of Wayfarer's Bauble, I decided to keep it. Draw Crucible, which is kind of interesting with the combining with the Dust Bowl. And he's got his, and I draw Expedition Map right away, making this draw a hell of a lot better. So now I'm thinking the simple fetch out, strip mine, Crucible, lock him. It's really going to come down to whether or not he's got Sol Ring or Mana Crypt to try to outrace it. Plains, Sol Ring. Look at that. Top deck like a champ. He knew he didn't want to sack his Marsh Flats because he was going to draw Sol Ring. And he plays Power Stone too. So at this point, given that my opponent's going to be playing his general next turn, unless I do something about it, I hope to just simply fetch a Strip Mine and destroy the Hallowed Fountain. And just hope he doesn't have blue mana for a spell. So I'm a little hopeful here. And then he goes Island, of course. Island and Grand Arbiter, which really screws the plan up. I can't even play the Crucible and Strip Mine next turn. What's a guy to do? Cast it for 4. That's what we're going to do. And hope his next follow-up here is not that good. Plays Mind Stone, Simulacrum. And I just get this total read. When he goes and gets a Plains here with only 1 blue in play, I'm nearly positive he's got a double white. And when it comes to double white, the best thing he could have here would be Sun Titan, probably. So we're just going to hope that he doesn't have another white mana source in his hand, which is why I choose to strip the white over the blue, because he just fetched it. But it does not turn out that way. I believe he top decks a Plains perfectly. And casts Sun Titan. There it is. Obviously getting back a Hallowed Fountain, although maybe Marsh Flats he'd return just to thin his deck. And this is strange. Sun Titan under the stack, targeting Hallowed Fountain, and apparently opts not to use the ability. I guess when your opponent has Strip Mine Crucible, you know, don't really want to get that extra land out. I don't know, honestly know how much that would have changed this game, but that's a pretty big deal. The fact that he doesn't get Regrow Land that turn. So I need to draw something really quick here. This guy's going to run over me. Besides just taking 10 a turn, him getting regrowing all of his lands rapidly and enabling all the other stuff. I've got to just hope to get something good here, like Damnation. So I just scrying for 2, getting rid of those 2 artifacts. And I get Go for the Throat, and that is precisely what I will be doing. There'll be a lot of throat going. So I blow up his Sun Titan before I can get out of control. Strip mine him again. Hits me for 4. Says done. So now I'm thinking, wow, just like that, I'm feeling really, really good about the game. Just keep winnowing his lands down to just colorless and then mop up. So we'll just keep doing that. And play the Coalition Relic. But not to be outdone again, might as well top deck Phyrexian Metamorph to copy Crucible to get your land back. I'm not sure I entirely agree with that play, to be honest. Given that I'm mono black, I don't have a way of probably killing artifacts, though I guess he doesn't know that. But copying the Coalition Relic gives him access to 2 colors a turn if he needs it, even if he doesn't have any mana and I can't touch the lands. So even though he gets to replay a land every turn, if I eat his graveyard or something, or I'm able to get rid of the Crucible, and I guess the same thing would be true for the Relic. But I thought he might actually copy the Coalition Relic, but he decided not to. So here I'm just going to mana ramp a little bit. Continue the strip mining while taking some damage. He top decks Aura of Silence. Pretty good against Crucible. So now he's the one with the Crucible and not me, which is unfortunate. And that obviously changes what I'm going to do here. Now my plan is to do some Yawgmoth's Will shenanigans, especially because I just got the Dynamo into play. Although underneath Grand Arbiter Augustin, the Yawgmoth's Will is not all that strong. I gave some thought to trying to whittle the board down a little bit first before going for Yawgmoth's Will. But ultimately I decided this is probably the turn to do it. So I will. That allows me also to kill off the Grand Arbiter while he does not have access to his mana. And I get a land. And I replay my Crucible. And the Grand Arbiter is back with Lightning Greaves. I don't really care too much about that. So I'm just going to keep strip mining. And going to tutor. For what? A lot of things to consider here. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have effectively 10 mana to use at once. But I am going to have to keep using my strip mine. There's a lot of different choices here, and ultimately I decided to just take the bluntest approach, which is to get Damnation. I'm just going to get Damnation, which will make Liliana the Veil a little stronger too for his follow-up. I like this coming to play tapped Hallowed Fountain. It's like, I guess I don't have to worry about a counterspell. So I play Liliana. What is my... Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was just playing that first. So I might as well anyway. The Greaves makes the makes my Liliana a little bit weaker, unfortunately. Draws Oblivion Ring. Gets her to Liliana. Juicy Apprentice Beatdown. Attacks me for 1. Alright, this has been sitting in my hand for a long time, so it's time to deploy the Entwined Promise of Power. And I get, besides a tutor, it's fairly mediocre draw there. At least I can play my hand out. So he gets a second island. And I was very concerned about him stealing the demon, actually. I guess I got enough mana to Zenith it away, given that I've got 10. But when I saw him immediately fetch an island and then pop another island directly into play without even a thought, I was positive he was going to play a blue-blue thing. I thought maybe he'd play Confiscate or Control Magic or Treachery or maybe Sower. Instead he is something even worse, Jace. Ugh. So now the priority is get Jace off the board. And I've got a couple of avenues to do that. I have the Dialblock Tutor into Pithing Needle or Karn, which is, I guess, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess the Karn plan would, that's one of the options. Kind of want to use the Dialblock Tutor though for some other stuff. And then I draw Liliana, which is quite interesting actually, given that I already have 5 swamps in play. So I could actually just go for the kill. I have enough mana to go for the kill right here, but for this annoying single plains, which is too bad. So if I had one more swamp in play, the choice is obvious. Unfortunately, I have to just assume he's got Condemn or Swords in his hand, and I'm not going to just go all in. So we're just going to ramp a little bit more, kill some more mana, play the Blight Dragon, and we're just going to hold this as a surprise. There's a Duress on top of, with my top. Makes the decision pretty easy. Oh, sorry, he had Snapcaster, oh, you can see it over here. Snapcaster Mage, Omniscience, Day of Judgment, Wrath of God, Plains, Evolving Wilds. Really nothing of consequence at all. Certainly nothing that stops the combo. That's going to be all she wrote. I play Liliana, and he scoops. Anyway, pretty cool game. I guess a pretty succinct beating, other than the opening with his mana ramp. And the fact that he was able to top deck answers for what I was deploying pretty effectively, getting Crucible for Crucible, and then getting Metamorph for Crucible, and then getting Ore of Sounds for my Crucible. But thanks to the power of Mono Black's mana ramp, we were able to pull it out. We've got another game coming in just a sec. Hope you enjoyed that one.